How are you? I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just heard that Bombay is going into some one more lockdown type of thing.
Yeah, I also just saw that and I was like, okay, oh God, again, here we go again.
Yeah. So
Mm.
that's I haven't been home in many months. I mean, home is Delhi for me. But yeah,
Okay.
so now I have to push my plans again. So yeah.
Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
no. If you didn't hear my introduction, I am Kiara, by the way, and
Ah, hi Kiara.
welcome.
Just got it.
Can I quickly introduce you formally for all our viewers?
Yeah, please, why not?
Okay. Nisa Shetty is an actress, singer, and songwriter. She has been trained in Indian and Western styles of singing, in Kathak and contemporary dance as well. She began acting at the Akshara Theatre under the guidance of internationally known theatre artists Jalabala Vaidya and Gopal Sharman. Hope I'm pronouncing these right, who are also her grandparents. Their play, The Ramayana, is one of the only plays in India to have successfully run on Broadway, and world over with 2,000 plus performances. Wow, that is so
Yeah.
impressive.
Solo performance. It
She
was,
has
yeah.
acted in 25 plus plays and plays the role of Babette in Disney's spectacular stage production Beauty and the Beast. She has also acted in commercials, documentaries, and short feature films. Nisa was a
Yeah.
contestant in the final top 10 of the television reality show The Stage 3 on Colors Infinity Channel. She has sung backup vocals for artists such as A.R. Rahman, Vishal Shekhar, Diljit Dosanjh, and Ajay Atul. Sorry. Nisa has recently released her own music. Wow, that is all so impressive.
Thank you.
That all sounds so impressive. It sounds so interesting. Wow, that is quite a repertoire.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Just lots. I think it's because I've grown up in an environment where there's just like so much happening in terms of the arts that I
Mhm.
was just like, hey man, I have big shoes to fill, honestly, if you ask me. So
Oh,
yeah.
but I have heard you, and you are absolutely phenomenal. So,
Thank
I've got to
you.
say, you're doing quite a great job over there.
So much.
Okay, so let's start with a few questions. My first question to you is, if you had to describe your music in 3 words, what would they be?
Well, I think my music, more than anything, is simple.
Mm-hmm.
I use simple chords, simple lyrics to sort of emote what I'm feeling, and then it's reflective, a reflection of who I am and how I'm feeling. And number three, I think it's just relatable. I think those are the three words that go with my music, yeah. Because it's an emotion. It's like talking to someone. I think that's what I try to do with my music. So, yeah.
I absolutely love that because I feel like when I'm listening to music, that is also what I listen for, like really just
Yeah,
kind of getting to know the artist behind it, and especially simple music is, I feel, so beautiful.
yeah, yeah,
Even as a musician, when listening to music and I hear something simple, but that's so like so soulful and just so
yeah,
direct that sometimes it's just absolutely amazing.
yeah. And I think I mean, it's also like, it's a whole different thing to be able to really communicate through music simply. I think that's also like, it can be difficult sometimes, but yeah, if you can do it,
Absolutely.
I think that's the best. Yeah.
I,
Oh,
I,
well,
I
thank
completely
you
agree
so
with
much. Yeah.
that.
So,
Okay, and also what words would you use, 3 words, to describe yourself as a person?
oh God. Fun. I can be, but I take a lot of time to like open up to people. So I am initially shy, and
Hmm.
I would say I'm a bit goofy. I think fun, shy, goofy. That's me.
So why would you choose these 3 words in specific? Like, give us an instance or tell us a little more about yourself.
I mean, honestly, fun because like that's my first reaction to everything is like, let's have fun, let's make a situation light, let's enjoy ourselves. I think as I've become older in life, I've realized to stop getting so emotional about stuff. And I think that's very important
Hmm.
because as musicians also we're so emotional and we want to like look inside and be emotional all the time. But I think the less emotional we can be, the more fun we can have. I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with me on that. Goofy because from a young age I've always been like that, and I've always been around people, and the best people in my life I know are just funny people, you know. There's a
Mhm.
small part of you that wants to be like them, like, man, he's so funny. I want to be like him, you know, I want to be like her. There's a level of confidence that I think funny people also have. They just want to like make other people laugh. So yeah. And I guess I'm also shy. I mean, I've always been a shy person, but if the person across from me makes makes me comfortable, I will open up. Otherwise, I take like weeks to open up to people. Like it really depends. So yeah.
I absolutely understand the whole thing about the whole being funny thing, because you know when you're around like funny people, it's just
Yeah.
like it's that whole different vibe that kind of comes through. We're automatically feeling so comfortable, and it's just so light, and it's um always so much fun. And even the who's the first word? Oh my God. Um,
Goofy, fun, shy, funny.
no, no, the first word.
The first word I
Fun.
said?
Oh my God, yes. Sorry, I just I related goofy and fun as the same thing. Oh my God. But
I'm just
yeah, what you were saying
proclaiming like
about,
self-proclamation, like, hey, I'm fun, guys. Well, okay. Please believe me.
but
Yeah.
even like as a musician, especially putting out original content, it takes a lot of um the emotions involved. So I totally got what you were saying in relation to the emotional and the fun
Yeah,
and
it's yeah. Oh, thank you, youthful. Yeah, I guess. But honestly, like being an independent musician, it's not easy. It's hard. You have to find people to take out time, make your track, get it mastered, get it produced, spend money. You know, it's like it's not an easy procedure. So you're kind of on your own. And whatever like listings you get or like features you get, you have to really reach out to people and say, hey man, here's my song. Please feature it in
Mhm.
XYZ. And also it's a full-on job that you have to do, you know. So I'm
Yeah,
glad it's
yeah. I think people often forget that, as musicians, your job, especially as independent musicians, your job goes way beyond just singing
yeah,
and putting
exactly.
out the content, because it's such a huge process, and then you're your own manager, marketer, everything. You're doing everything for your, like it becomes quite a lot. The
Yeah, and you're
entire
sending
process can be
emails,
insane.
not getting replies, sending more emails to that same person saying, hey man, I haven't received a reply yet. And it's just you have to like give up your ego and be like, man, hey, hello, just listen to me. So
Yeah.
yeah, that
Your
was not
internet
fun.
is lagging just slightly a little bit
Is it?
from me. Yeah, a little bit.
I will put my laptop off.
Is it
Is it?
lagging for anybody else, or is it just me? I don't know. Also, can you see me like properly? Sometimes this happens on
Yeah.
these lives where okay, great.
Is it
Um,
lagging? I'm not sure. I mean,
no,
you
now
seem to. Am I still lagging?
slightly every few words it kind of just like stops and goes back. Um,
Whoops. Let me see if there are people using internet in my house. Excuse me. I don't think so. Warned everyone that I will be doing a live. Is it okay? Hi, audience people. Is there lag? Okay, no lag, Natasha.
okay, no lag. So it's maybe it's just me. It's okay. Let's just move on. So your family is into arts and theater. So would you say that has played an important role in your interest towards acting and music?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, my family's always encouraged me to go into the arts, you know. There's never been a moment where they're like, oh, well, actually, you need to be a lawyer, you know, never. Because it's hard to survive as an artist, but they've done it, you know. They have done this as artists. My family runs a theater in Delhi called Akshara, which is a home for artists, you know, where people come and they rent the space, they do their plays, they create work. And it's like a safe space for all kinds of artists. Like there's no, you know, we don't go like, oh, maybe this play won't do well, so we're not gonna do none of that. Like we put on whoever wants to do a play, we're like, okay, we'll help you out. Sometimes artists can't pay the rental fee, so we'll be like, okay, cool, we'll figure something out. And because we really just want to be there for artists. And I think seeing that growing up, I've realized that, that's a great space to be in, because as an artist, you're really like, it's a community and you're really helping each other out, being artists. How was it like growing up in a theater? I mean, the stage, I share a wall with the main theater in my room. So I can hear rehearsals going on, especially on Sunday mornings when I'd want to sleep in. Oh my God, theater groups come in at like 9 a.m. and they start with their like, oh, and the zip zap zooms and all. And it's like, yeah. I mean, but you know what? I'm not complaining at all because it's a beautiful environment to have grown up in. And sometimes I feel like I take it for granted because I'm like, this is my, like that comfort zone of being always near a space that is a theater space that is your own. I've always had that. So when I get thrown out into the world and work with other theater companies, then I'm a little like, oh shit, oh shit. So that's the only drawback. It's like I was too comfortable working in my own family's theater. So yeah.
But even then, that in itself is so beautiful, just growing up
Yeah.
surrounded by all of that. And also the thing you said about the theater being open to everybody and being a safe space for
Yeah.
artists, I find that so amazing because like it's
Yeah.
actually pretty hard to find, especially if you look at in commercial spaces. It's often um it's how do you put it? It's usually it has to be
Not
artists
available.
for artists, and it's not
Yeah,
that
it's not
safe
approachable.
space is not available because it's
Yeah.
all about the profits and this and that, and it
Yeah.
gets very not focused on the art as well sometimes.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Yeah. And I
that
mean, our
creating that kind of space is beautiful.
Yeah, and the theater, the main theater where we have our shows is very beautiful, like small wooden theater. It's 100 seats. And my grandfather, Gopal Sharman, he built it, with his hands. He chose the wood. He went with his
Wow.
carpenters. He designed it. And there's a very beautiful story. Like this, my mom told me that, he would take this like old and very like valuable wood. I think shisham was, I don't know. And, he'd take it to the place to get cut. And then he loves nature, but at the same time he's taking all this wood to be made into a theater. And he said to the wood, like he said to the tree, he's like, don't worry, I'm gonna turn you into something really beautiful. And I was just like, wow. And he did, he made this beautiful theater that touchwood will hopefully last for a very long time and be there for artists whenever they need it. So I think that's the goal.
That is so beautiful. Oh my God, that is like the most heartwarming like, story I have heard in weeks. It was like, this is
Yeah.
the content I need to hear in lockdown just to feel a little better. That was so heartwarming. Wow. Your grandparents sound like beautiful people.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
So,
mean, I'm really lucky. I think I must have done something good in my last life to like be born into the family I am now. Like, it's very beautiful. Very thankful.
tell tell us a little bit about your childhood. What was it like?
My childhood, I spent a lot of time in the garden. I spent a lot of time not wearing shoes. I actually had some personality problem because I was so quiet in school. I barely spoke. I was one of these people, if somebody asked me a question, I would just become mute. I was one of those kids. And when I come home, I was this like monstrous kid, like jumping around, doing this and that. And my family started workshops, theater, music, dance workshops in 98 when I was quite young. And then, kids started enrolling and all. And that was the best part of my life was to attend these workshops, Kathak, dance, art, whatever, weekend workshops. And they've still been going on up until last year. Every summer we have this summer workshop for kids and adults and weekend workshops, and that was the best part of my life. And then school was always so scary. Like I was this like mute, nobody knew that I could sing, nobody knew that I could dance, nobody knew I could act. I would just like keep to myself and my one best friend or two best friends. That was my life. And everybody thought I was just like this random quiet kid. Like my dad actually sent me to like confidence building classes when I was like 12 or something. Yeah, so I was like two different people for a
Hmm.
long time. And I also like I have two names, as in like My official name is Sariga. Not even joking. Like my nana named me because he was a singer. So Sarigama Pada Nisa. So like Sariga is my official name on my passport. And my pet name is Nisa, you know. So in school I was Sariga, like this girl who's like always quiet and never talking to anyone. At home I was Nisa, like I love to have fun and sing and dance and also yeah, I felt like I had split personality for a long time till I went to boarding school and I had to merge the two people because
Mhm.
I lived in school, you know. So finally at around 15 or 16, when I was 16, I think I started merging the two personalities together, like becoming one person, you know. So that was, yeah, transformation time for me around
One thing
16,
I find
17.
so cool is how your name is Sarika, and also but your nickname as well is Nisa, which is another
Yeah, this is a
um
servant.
yeah, wow.
Yeah,
And also I feel like I can also relate to what you're saying about different personalities when you're
yeah,
in your performance space and when you're in your like your normal space, because in usually if you look at artists when you pass them on the street, they're just like normal people. When you see them performing on stage and
yeah,
like their comfort zone, it's like a whole, you're like, what is that? I would never even imagine looking, just when I'm
yeah,
generally interacting with this person, that this person is like that, like wow, it's
yeah,
absolutely insane. And I feel like
yeah.
a lot of artists relate to this.
Yeah. Also, like my Indian school, like I think the Indian school system is just the teachers were so strict, you know. I was literally traumatized by my teachers just because how they would talk and all. So that encouragement to kind of be yourself was, I don't think they pushed it too hard. In my previous, like not in my boarding school. My boarding school was great. My Delhi school was just, it was just scary, you know. Oh my God, I lost you. Okay, now you're back.
Okay.
So
Okay,
yeah,
great.
I mean, yeah, I think even my teachers I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of my teachers, they were very scary. And I think the fear of these teachers made me this like quiet weirdo. People literally thought I was a weirdo because I was so quiet in school. But yeah, then I
I
wasn't.
actually know a lot of people like that as well, who are quiet because they're afraid of speaking out in schools
Yeah,
and spaces, because the people in those spaces have made them not feel very comfortable to
yeah,
talk. And it's quite
yeah,
unfortunate how common that is actually. um
yeah. Like, even if I knew like the correct answer, the fear of being like scolded or like humiliated, I just would not answer. So then they were like, "Isko to kuch nahi aata" type of like attitude, you know. So yeah, I'm glad I got over that though later in life.
Yeah, and it's really sad that that had to happen in the first place. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
That's fine.
Okay. Next question for you is, who are some of your influences who you say have maybe shaped you as an artist?
Well, the number one influence for me is always my grandmom. She came from a difficult background herself, you know. She is somebody, so she has a Indian father and a British mother, and she was born in London. And in the end of the World War, she went to school while World War II was ending and all that. And then, you know, she came to India and she finished college here, and very different world for her. And she decided to just excel by herself at what she's good at, which was like acting
Hmm.
and being a journalist and all that. And she took on this play, this 2 hour play on herself, saying, I will play every character, 22 characters. She played them all. And
Wow.
she didn't get any formal training in theater, you know. She just, my grandfather believed in her and she just had this, I don't know, inherent talent, I guess, whatever. She was very good at speaking. She had a beautiful, she still does. She's 85. She has this like booming voice. So she just did this play and she did this play and she kind of broke barriers for like women in theater. She broke barriers for playing different genders. She broke barriers for Indian theater going abroad, you know, all these different things. Like she doesn't even realize how many barriers she has broken. Yes, Ritasha. So I think she needs to realize what hero she is. But yeah, I think for me it's her and who else? I don't know. I don't know, different musicians and I can't name anybody right now. Well, Ritasha's really cool. She inspires me also. She's like super cool and
Me
like
too, I've got to
super,
say, big
right?
inspiration.
Like people like her, people who are just, but at the same time know what they need to do. And I think those are the kind of people. I don't know. I meet like inspiring people every day, so it's cool. I get inspired very
That's
easily.
also that's a pretty awesome way to look at it, though, meeting inspiring people every day and kind of, taking inspiration a little bit from
Yeah,
every single person that you meet.
yeah.
That is so true, honestly. And I'm sorry, but I am still stuck. 22 characters. Wow, that is
Yeah.
insane.
Like suddenly she's like Dashrath, who's like old and like sitting like this, and then suddenly she gets up and she's Kaikai, angry and like it's just and one costume. It's just one costume, one sari, which she just ties differently every time she becomes a man or a woman or whatever. So it's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your original music.
Oh my gosh. Well, the first song I ever released, honestly, was in 2015. Was of course a love song. I'm very influenced by writing about love because it's so easy to write about. And then I wrote it for one boyfriend in 2015 for his birthday. I didn't even think much about it. Like I was like, whatever, I'm just writing him a song. But
Hmm.
I released it, like I recorded it at a friend's house. I shot the video with my friends. We went in a car to Kasoli and just shot it. And then when we put it out, it got such a good response. Like that was the first time I interacted with Raghu Dikshit and Vishal Dadlani because they reshared it. And this is like, I think
Wow,
2015 Instagram. I don't know how big Instagram was, but I was not on Instagram. So it was Facebook. So
it
these
was
guys were
big.
just, yeah. So Facebook, like so many people shared it, and it didn't hit me to like make more music after that because I was just like, I just wanted to put up this one song, guys, like whatever, you know. And people were like, no, release an album, and I was like, I don't want to release an album. I just wanted to put this song out for my boyfriend. So that happened. But I think the reason why people liked it was because it was so simple again, just a love song from a girl to a guy. And yeah, then my next song I wrote was last year. I released it or beginning of this year. So it was a huge long gap. Lots of
Mhm.
stuff happened in between that time, but now I'm just like, okay, let's do this. Let's release more music. So yeah, I should have done it back then when I had the traction, but whatever.
It's
It's also like,
okay. It's
why do
okay.
you,
I think
it's
in your
like,
own
yeah,
time.
that whole question of like, who are you writing music for? Are you doing it because you want to be famous, or are you just doing it because it makes you happy? And at that point, it made me happy. Now I'm thinking more in terms of, chalo, okay, I need a repertoire and all that. But back then I was just like, oh, it just made me happy. That's why I released it. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. It's not wine, it's water.
Okay. We'll
Yeah,
join.
recycled bottle.
I have a friend
Um,
who has all the water bottles in their house are absolute bottles. So
right.
whenever people go over, they're just like, "Oh, damn!" And it's like, "No, it's just water. It's just water."
But it used to be vodka, which they have had, no? Or no? Okay.
But I mean, over like years and years. Okay, one final
Okay.
question before we move into you singing a little something for us.
Yay, yeah.
Um, what is something that you look forward to post this lockdown musically? Once all of this, well, not even lockdown, once all of this craziness is over and done with, being optimistic here, what is something that you are really looking forward
I'm looking forward to doing shows for sure, gigs.
to?
Like the last thing I did before lockdown happened, I did a big gig with Nexa, this Nexa music project that I did, through which I got to sing with A.R. Rahman. So, and they had all these, gigs and all planned, all over the country. And we did a great gig in Hard Rock, Bombay. And then and right after that, a week after that, I opened for this really fun fashion show in Delhi. And the scary thing is like you build your contacts while doing these shows. Then suddenly everything is shut down. So I think I'm looking forward to getting those contacts back and like getting back into. I think that'll take time though. I want to sing
Yeah,
for a
also
film.
like I mean it's the momentum as well.
Yeah.
That momentum that keeps building slowly. The more people you're meeting, the more shows you're doing, and then suddenly everything just stops. Like I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. So
sure
it's a bit
that's
scary. But what I
yeah.
want this year is sing for like a film or something big and awesome. I am releasing
It's
my
gonna
own
happen.
music, but apart from that, I want to do some commercial like whoa stuff. So yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
happen. I'm very very sure it's gonna happen because you're absolutely amazing. So I'm just telling you. I'm telling you it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen very
Okay.
soon.
Thank you.
Okay. Would you sing something for us now? Sing a few songs for us before we.
Yeah. Okay. So very important. I just got my nails done, and I'm so proud of them. So I got them done for a shoot I did.
Beautiful.
And I'm so
Wow.
happy. This is the first time I ever got my nails done, but I realized I have this live today, so I have to cut them just for you.
Oh no! We are
So just want you
grateful.
to know that. Just want you to know
Thank
I
you.
did that. Yeah, it's okay. I was just like, whatever. Anyway, this stopped me from doing a lot of shit. Um, so I think I'll sing this song called For Her. No, it's not called For Her. It's called Hero Complex. Which
Okay.
is just I wrote it after looking at this girl who was sitting alone on the Delhi metro, and there was this guy, checking her out. And I was just like getting out of the metro, and I saw this scenario, and I was just like, shit, should I have said something to him? Like, should I have been like, kya hai bhai? And and it's just like then I realized how many girls are in these kind of situations.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, girls are just in these situations, and sometimes you could have done something about it, but many times you didn't do something about it. So I ended up writing this song called Hero Complex. Okay, anyway, I'll just sing it. Oh my god, let me remember it. I'm so nervous. Sorry. Okay. That girl on the street begging for arms, no shoes on her feet. I should have been there for her. That girl on the train sitting all alone, the night was getting late. I should have been there for her. That man on the scene, he's screaming out, I can't breathe. I should have been there. I should have been there for my sister. Should have been there for my brother. I should have been there for her. I should have been there for her. Should have been there for my mother. Should have been there for each other. Should have been there for her. Should have been there for her. That girl in the magazine trying to get smaller for the bigger screen. I should have been there for her. That girl in the club left drunk, looking for love. Did she get home? I should have been there. Should have been there for my sister. Should have been there for my brother. I should have been there for her. I should have been there for her. Should have been there for each other. Should have been there for each other. Should have been there for her. Should have been there for her. That girl in the mirror. That girl in the mirror. I should have been there for her. Should have been there for her. That girl in the mirror. That girl in the mirror. I should have been there for her. I should have been there for her. Oh shit. That's a song. Okay.
Oh
That was
wow, that was everything you told me at the start of how you described your music just came together with
yeah.
that. That was beautiful. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
It was so simple, but it was simultaneously so impactful and so relevant.
Yeah, I'm glad you thought so.
Wow, that
Yeah.
was That was like,
I'm
oh
sorry
man,
about
that
the
was
little problems. I'm still getting used to the non-nails.
it. It literally no problem. Cannot cure any difference. But
Okay.
that was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thanks so
welcome.
much.
What do you have next for us?
I have another song. It's called Beautiful on My Own, which is
Mm-hmm.
again like, it's about not having somebody who. Wait, should I do Baatein or what, Ritasha? I don't know. Should I do Hindi song? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything. Go for it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
maybe. Okay, fine. I'll do this song. Wait, what are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. Wait, what's going on, Nisa? Oh yeah, the No 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 song I sang that. I don't know if you know that.
Wow. No,
Let
I
me
did
see if
not
I
know
can.
that.
I will try to play
Natasha
with
can
this music.
give us a little preview of the No No No
I
song.
can't. I can't. It's too like I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much
It's
production in
okay.
it.
Go for it.
It just
Whatever
feels
you
like
want.
no, 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 no. It's about saying no. Okay, no. It's a surprise. When you hear it, you'll hear it. Okay, I'll sing my first Hindi song I ever wrote. I just released it in July. It's called Baatein. Okay, cool.
Okay. So excited.
My so natural pick on my thumb I have you. कितनी सारी रातें रह गई अधूरी बातें कितनी सारी रातें रह गई अधूरी बातें अभी ना जाओ कैसे कहो तुम्हारे बिन अब कैसे रहूं दिन भी धीरे धीरे कदमों से चलने लगा है जब से तुमने जाने का इरादा कर लिया है अभी ना जाओ कैसे कहूं तुम्हारे बिन अब कैसे रहूं साथ रहो तुम मेरे पास रहो कल क्या जाने मैं और तुम न हो कितनी सारी राहें हैं तुम्हारे हवाले जहाँ पे मन किया तुम भी वहीं पे चल दिए हम दोनों के सफर का क्या कितनी सारी राहें हैं तुम्हारे हवाले जहाँ पे मन किया तुम भी वहीं पे चल दिए हम दोनों के सफर का क्या हर पल को एक पल में भुला दिया साथ रहो तुम मेरे पास रहो कल क्या जाने मैं और तुम न हो साथ रहो तुम मेरे पास रहो कल क्या जाने मैं और तुम न हो
That was so beautiful. And
Thank you.
wow, it was just so soothing to listen to. Like I want to listen to that before I go to bed every night. It was
Yeah,
so
you
pretty.
do.
I will. I will. I'm gonna download and listen to it before I go to bed. And
Yeah.
also, one thing I noticed that was so beautiful was those runs that you did.
Oh,
Um, in those they were just so so crisp and simultaneously like so like in the. Sorry, I'm geeking out, but
yeah, you do.
that was that was
Happy.
so beautiful.
Thank you so
That was
much.
extremely beautiful.
Are you also a
Okay,
musician?
what?
I mean,
Yes.
you are, no?
Yes.
Yeah. What is your stuff online? Like, can I, what do you, what do
I
you,
haven't released any original content yet, but I have a band and we do gigs and stuff, and just
yeah?
usually just covers for now. Western, retro, pop, rock, that stuff.
What's it called?
We
Like, what
call
is,
the Looney Tunes or the Vanilla Duo.
oh, nice, nice, nice. I will check you out. Thanks, Natasha. Yeah,
What do you
baate.
have next for us?
You know, it's a, so I was like, what do I talk about? La la la. I can do another song. There's also this poem by Maya Angelou that I really love, which is a famous poem. It's called I Rise. So that was also an option. If I should just, you know, say that poem, because I think it's very relevant for women right now, you know. So I don't know. It's up to you to
Go for it.
decide. Should
No,
I
it's
go for the
not up to
poem?
me for sure. It's up to you. I think you should totally do it because I
The
feel like you're getting
poem,
the
right?
vibe that you want to do that now. So please
Poem,
go ahead.
the Maya Angelou poem.
Go for it.
You're talking about, okay. So I'm going to recite this poem called I Rise. Oh, Still I Rise by Maya Angelou. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Yeah, that's one of my favorite poems.
I love that poem. Oh man,
What a
I've heard it.
beautiful
What a
poem.
beautiful piece. Oh my God, that
Gosh, it
was
makes me
the way you
emotional to read
decided
it.
that was also so beautiful. That was
What? Oh,
that
thank
was like
you.
I
Yes,
felt it like I felt it.
it makes me quite emotional to read it, honestly, because it's just so beautiful. And when I think of everything happening around us, about people wanting to see like people broken and all that stuff, I think it like really goes with the feeling.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you have one more song for us before we wind up?
Yes, I will sing a final song. It's called I'm Beautiful on My Own, and I will just start it. Okay.
I'm already in love with it just listening to the title.
Okay. Oh, fuck, is it too high? Sorry. Funny that I needed somebody else to make me feel beautiful. The day that he's leaving, I look in the mirror like it was all my fault. So get a hold of yourself, girl. Get a hold of yourself, girl. I'm telling myself I got nobody else. Get a hold of yourself, girl. Get a hold yourself, girl. I'm telling myself I got nobody else. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own without you. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own without you. So gotta feel, I can feel beautiful, beautiful without you. It's funny cause they tell me what I should eat, they tell me what I should wear, they tell me what I should be, they tell me what I need to believe. So get a hold of yourself, girl. Get a hold of yourself, girl. I'm telling myself you got nobody else. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own without you. So gotta feel beautiful, beautiful without you. Gotta feel, I can feel beautiful, beautiful without you. And I see them trying, I see them trying to bring me down before it won't happen anymore. I see them trying, I see them trying to bring me down before it won't happen anymore. Cause I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own without you. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own. I'm beautiful on my own without you. Whew. All right.
That was absolutely amazing.
Ah,
And that was so empowering. This is like it's like a theme in your songs that they're so relevant and they're so empowering and strong and beautiful. Wow, this has been so amazing.
Thank you so much.
Just to listen to. So we're gonna wind up. Thank you so much for joining us here today. All of your experiences and sharing your experiences has been so relevant, and honestly, listening to you has been the best part of my day today. And actually, I'm just gonna say that it has been the best part of my week because those songs are absolute fire. Okay, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are telling you that, but I'm telling it to you again that you are absolutely phenomenal, and those are so amazing, and you are going bigger places than you already have been. You're going big places.
That's good. Thank you so much. It was so lovely speaking to you.
It has been. It really has been. Your insights and sharing will go a huge way in when our young Rakshans are trying to make meaning of their own lives and their experiences.
Yeah.
As you know, Sakshi, through its Rakshan project, is in the process of engaging with 40 lakh youth in our country to stop child sexual abuse. And we have a really simple maxim: ना करेंगे, ना करने देंगे, हो रहा है तो रोके रहेंगे, हुआ है तो बोल के रहेंगे.